Hi there and welcome back to the channel. You're here with me, Braap&Camp or Mattias. And the topic today is off-grid related. Some of you who follow my channel knows that I'm used to be out with my van and like to wild camp, and that also means that I need some off-grid capability of this van to stay out for a longer time. And you also know, if you have been to the channel before, that I have a lithium battery installed in this van. It's a Adria Twin 640 SLX, and I have used my setup that I have today with a 160 amp hour lithium batteries for like 4 or 5 seasons, and it has performed very well and to my needs. And I wondered if there is a battery in the market that have a lot more power, but pretty much in the same package, so to speak. And I found one. So this is what I found from the WattCycle battery manufacturer. It is a 314 amp hours, 200 amp BMS battery. And as you see, the measures of this battery is pretty much that the normal 100 amp hour AGM battery or similar. It's also pretty much the same measures that I have on my 160 amp hour lithium battery today. It comes like this, packed in a box, and of course with a very nice instruction book like this. It also comes with 2 different lengths of bolts that fits to the positive and negative terminal. Looks like this, and also covers for these. You could cover up the terminals. So as you could see, this battery have its plastic protection on the terminals, both terminals on one side. And the thing with these lithium batteries is that you can have them standing like this, and you can also tip them over if you need to have a better fit where you have your leisure batteries in your van or boat or whatever, because it's also fits for marine purpose as well. So for you who are not familiar with lithium batteries, you have some key features that you should know about them. You see these lithium batteries referred to as LIFEPO4 batteries, and this is lithium iron phosphate battery, and that provide exceptional stability and consistent performance. It's also have, if you should use them as a swap for normal battery, they also have the advanced battery management system, and that's used to be referred as the BMS. And this ensures the product safety and a long lifespan of the battery. It controls the battery's in and output. Supports fast charging and discharging. And they also have a constant voltage and full usable capacity at any state of charge. This one is also IP67 rated. It's dust and water resistant. It also have a grade UL94V-O, and that is the fireproofness of the battery. That is something general about these lithium batteries. It also comes with nice handles on both sides, so you could lift it. This table here is a typical camper van table. It's not really rated for a weight like this. It weighs in on 28 kilos, and that is pretty much the double as my 160 amp hour battery, and that is what you could expect for 314 amp hour battery of weight. What does that equal to? The 160 amps that I have today, or amp hour battery, it equals to 3 95 amp hour AGM batteries that is normally in your mobile home or your motor home from the factory. And the weight about 3 of these batteries is like 90 kilos compared to the 14-15 kilos that I have on the lithium battery that I have today. And this battery, 28 kilos as I said, and 314 amp hours equals to 6 of these typical standard batteries that you have in your motorhomes on 95 to 100 amp hours, that where you cannot use the complete capacity of 100 amp hours, pretty much just the half of it. That's why a battery with this capacity equals to 6 of these batteries in this small package. The measures of this battery is like 190 millimeters in the width, and the height is approximately 254 millimeters in height, and the length is about 330 millimeters. So it's pretty much a very good size to fit almost where you could fit the standard batteries on 100 amp hours. Could be a little bit larger. I could compare it, of course, to the battery that I move out from the van, not to a standard battery for now. Things that you need to plan for when installing a lithium battery is how you want to charge the system. Your charger in your van needs to put a charging profile for lithium battery, or the one that is closest for you. 14.6 volts plus minus 0.2 volts is recommended charging voltage for this lithium battery. You need to look through your charging devices, how they are set, like your EBL, your electronic module in the van or motorhome. If you have solar panels, you also need to check your solar panel regulator that charges the battery to put it in a setting that fits your lithium battery. One more important thing to consider is how to charge the battery while you're driving. I have a DC-DC charger in my van that charges with 30 amps. That's something that I installed when I installed my other lithium battery. And that also needs to be set for lithium battery profile of the charging. It was an easy install to install both the battery, just to drop in when you do all the settings. And the DC-DC charger is also easy to install, but it requires you to read up on the instructions on your wiring and the capacity of the wiring, the diameters of your wires or the area actually. You read up on that and use what you need for your length between your car battery and to your leisure battery. And also connect everything correct from the DC-DC charger to your battery. It should be placed very close to the battery. That is something to consider that is very important. You also need to consider if you want temperature control on the battery to fasten a temp sensor on top. I did. You also need to consider on how to trigger the DC-DC charger, and that is to a D+ terminal in your van. You most often have that close to your battery as well, because it triggers your footstep and a lot of other things in the van. This winter we actually plan for a very long vacation, winter vacation, up to the North Cape with the van, winter time. We plan for it, and I hope to get this done. That is also one reason why I really like to have this battery installed, to be really sure to have great capacity when we go up north. We need our diesel heater, our normal Truma heating systems in the van to work, to get us very comfortable in the van winter time. If a battery like this is something for you, which it probably is if you have a van or motorhome or boat or whatever, you will find a link in the description and where you find this WattCycle battery with a discount code as well. Now it's time for install this battery and see how it goes. In my van you can see the position of the battery is under the dining group in the front of the van in the bench. And you can also see that this WattCycle battery is in the same size as the one I have, but it has the double of the capacity. So that is what the 314 amp hour Smart Mini looks like compared to normal size 160 amp hour lithium battery. This battery size equals to like a normal 100 amp hour AGM battery. It's a little bit higher though, but the other measures are pretty much the same. That's why it fits. You see, it fits pretty tight under this bench. You see that I also have connected a lot of things to the terminals, and that is for the DC-DC charger, my diesel heater, and as well some other stuff that I also have directly connected to this battery. What I also really like is that we have those handles. It makes it so much easier to handle this battery when you install it and you move it around or lift it. So much easier because it's rather heavy, 28 kilos compared to the 14-15 kilos of this other lithium battery that I have. So WattCycle have done a great job with this mini-sized large capacity battery. Really interesting to see in the long run how this performs. Wow, it fits easily. How cool is that? And install the temp sensor. That's very important for your charging. Actually senses the temp. If it's getting high in temperature, then it just drops the charging from the car. That's very important. I had to relocate my 230 volt terminal here, that fuse box, but that was no problem. Now I'm very interested in how we get some charging on this. I installed the app, already seen that it works for the draw of current for my consumers. Yeah, let's tidy up this, and just done some functioning work here and measured some fuses. I'm so happy with the size of this battery. Freaking normal size, but 314 amp hours. That's impressive. Okay, let's tidy up this and make a summarize to some tests, all right? Now I'm charging through the 230 volt through the EBL, charging the battery, and it's charging by 16.3 amps, and that is a minus draw of 1.5 amp as well for the lighting in the van, and that actually corresponds with the 18A charger that's installed in the van. Okay, so you could see it charging and not drawing, and you can turn on and off for charging and discharging. You can turn off. That's pretty cool. So you can manually do that. Just look for warnings. No warnings here. You can also see the temperature of the battery, 20 degrees. So it will take, it's 56%. It was delivered as 56%, the battery. Minimum 50% charging, that's by the specification for delivery. And it's 8.6 hours to full charging with this 18 amps. 18 amps a little bit low. A battery like this could easily handle optimally a 60A charger. I would like to have that on my DC-DC charger from my alternator of the van, a 50 or 60 amp charger. That would be cool. It's only 30 by now, so I will start the engine as well on the car to see if that works as well after the installation. that would be awesome. Yeah, cool app. You can also look at a lot of settings here where you can do. You can find the operation manual. You could also call for service or for a help center and so on. Register warranty. You could do factory data reset, what software version you have and app version that you have. And also the website you could visit. Do some settings within the battery. That's very interesting as well. You could set parameters. That's cool. This is factory settings. I'm happy with that, I think. Awesome.